Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kay and I am Stitchy Pfeiffer here on YouTube and over on Instagram. A very warm welcome to you if this is your first time visiting my channel. I hope that you find something you like, and if you do, please click on the like and subscribe buttons and select all in the notification drop down. If you're a return viewer, thank you so much for coming back and spending some more time with me today. I'm doing a new start today. This was supposed to be a start with me, and I had it all done, setting it, and I got the first 2.5 rows done of the diagonal, only to discover that I was filming in the wrong orientation, and so it's kind of not quite a start with me then. I think I could still count it as a start with me because I've not done 100 stitches yet. This is Celtic Unicorn. Artwork is by Malcolm Watson, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and it's the second of 3 charts that I'm planning to start on and have started on St Andrew's Day. Last year I started the Quaker Tiles Scotland flag from Webster's, and I'm about maybe somewhere between a third and a half done on that. And this year I'm doing Celtic Unicorn, and next year I'm doing Celtic Thistle. The idea being that the thistle and the unicorn are Scotland's national flower and national animal. I don't know where the unicorn comes from, but I know where the story behind the thistle being our national flower comes from. And that is way back in the days when Scotland was subject to a lot of Viking raids, and the Vikings, so they wouldn't be heard, were coming aboard a lot, coming and taking their shoes off, walking, marching, and being stealthy in their bare feet until they were crossing this field that was covered in thistles. And you can imagine the hullabaloo that caused when they yelped in pain because they stood in thistles. Woke up the Scottish encampment, were soundly defeated and chased back into the sea. And that is why Scotland's national flower is the thistle. Oh, dear. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now because I'm struggling with words today. I've got a bit of sore throat as well, so the rest of this video is probably going to be an ASMR one. But I will tell you, I'm stitching this on 25 count, easy count, evenweve, using CXC threads, 1/1 full cross, and I'm doing diagonal columns of 10 stitches because I'm planning to go cross country within the diagonal once I get into the colour, into the fancy bit. At the moment I am stitching with 310, and I was going to go and do the typewriter method, and I thought oh dear, I'm going to be stitching a full row across a 310. That kind of put me off, so switching back to the old faithful, the diagonal method. And as I say, it's 10 stitch wide diagonals instead of my usual 20, so the diagonals will get done a wee bit quicker, and I won't be carrying my thread quite as much for when I'm doing the cross country part of it. So yeah, but as you can see, I'm working away here. Anything else I've got to tell you? Other than the fact that I'm not doing Danish method, I'm doing English method and finishing each stitch as I go. I don't know why. I started off doing that way on this part and this one, and I've been doing Danish method everywhere else lately, which is where you do the bottom leg first and come back and do your top leg. Yeah, and the reason I'm doing the cross country pardon me, I'm doing the cross country within the diagonal. Is I've been doing it on Venus, and I quite enjoyed how it was working in. And I've been doing it on Flying Scotsman and quite enjoying that. And for the amount of, for the first couple of diagonals, you know, it's gonna, you know, I'm not gonna hit any colour till I do the third diagonal. So yeah, afraid you're going to be seeing a lot of black stitching today. And I realised I've not put the timer on, so I'll put that on now. So I'm going to have a wee bit longer than an hour by the time I get the timer on. Oh, if I can find them, get the cursor to go into the right spot. Right, 60-minute timer, there we go. Yeah. That's the first diagonal done. Don't think you're going to get much in the way of stitchy sounds because Lugana is quite a soft fabric, so I'm only using one strand, so it's not going to be loud as when I was doing my stitch with me last week with the 2 strands on 18 count, and you could hear the thread going through the holes. So if that's what you're looking for, try one of my videos where I'm using 18 count. Because you're not going to get to the same extent with this. I think what I'm going to do is when I thread this needle, I'm going to thread another needle, so I've got 2 needles sitting, or maybe 3, because this is all 310. Come on. Oh, for goodness sake, you know what? Can you help me? When you're there. It's my scissors. Got a funny feeling this is a number 26 needle, not a number 28. Well, I seem to have 26s mixed in with my 28s, or 28s mixed in with my 26s, so I think what I'm going to have to do is buy new needle cases. I use these magnetic cables, magnetic cases. I got them in a 2-pack from Amazon, a purple one and a blue one. From my number 26s and 28s, and I think I'm going to have to put another order into Threads for You to get 25 packs of 28s and 26s, and I'll try my very best not to mix them up. How is that got a knot in it? much prefer 25 count to 18 count for these, for my full coverage projects. The plan is to work on this project this week and get my established start of 3,000 stitches. That will then go into the rotation and join the rest of my whips. Oh, come on. Right, you stay there. That wee end is not behaving itself, is it? Stitches off helps. Yeah, I don't consider it a whip until I've done my 3,000 stitches. Just purely because some of these projects are huge. I mean, this one that I'm doing now is 122,500. So it's twice the size, twice the number of stitches, more than twice the number of stitches than is in Flying Scotsman. But it's still less stitches than what is in I think there's less stitches in this than there is in Rosie Santa. Excuse me. Right, here's fair warning for those of you with earphones. I'm going to open a can. So take your earphones off. Oh, if I can get the... Right, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. I use a number 4 Nudge frame, which is the largest of the 4 Nudge frames that you get, the plastic square one, the square plastic ones. I use them for all my full coverage projects, and it's clamped into my library stand with the side clamp. I have a corner clamp and a extender bar on my excuse me, on my Christmas list. So yeah. So make it a wee bit easier hopefully for when I do a new start, because I struggle a wee bit getting my arm across to the left hand side to do the start, because I start top left. I really should try starting top right. See how I got on with that. Maybe start my next full coverage might be a top right start, just for a change. I've been toying with the idea, just to see if that's any easier on my arms, on my shoulder. So once I get started and I'm, you know, a couple of diagonals in, it's not quite as bad. But it's just getting up to the top left, you know. I mean, this is a wee bit further down than what I would normally have it, because I would normally have my start all the way up here. Which is rather silly, because, you know, I mean, there's plenty of fabric. I do a 3-inch border all round, and there's plenty of fabric. And then to wrangle the excess fabric, I use magnetic cable ties. I just fold fabric back on itself until it's maybe what? Maybe about 2 inches wide. Oh, for this size of fabric, it's 2 inches wide. For the bigger ones, it's maybe 5 inches. Maybe not quite 3 inches, 4 inches maybe. Yeah. And I get the longer cable ties. I get the Rich and Ray brand from Amazon, and I get the long ones. They come in 2 lengths, and I get the long ones because you can always tie a knot in them. And for some of these projects, the smaller full coverages rather, I'd have to tie a knot in the cable tie because they're just too big otherwise, and they don't hold the fabric well enough, and yeah, and then the fabric just gets in the way, and what have you. Before I got my Lowry frame, I was using Q-snaps and it was a wooden stand, and I had to sort of lean forward a bit, and I noticed my back was hurting more. But with the Lowry, because it slots over the side of the chair, I can lean back in my seat. And I've also got the corner clamp, as I said, on my Christmas list, because then I can make use of my Q-snaps that I've got, because they don't seem to sit in the side clamp, and because they're around, they're tubular. They don't seem they won't hold in the side clamp unless you've got a lot of fabric in there. And because some of my projects are kind of new, they're not going to have a lot of fabric on that side. So yeah, I want to get a couple of projects that I could keep on the frame all the time, like my project my closest to finish, and maybe the HAED SAL, And what we'll do is we'll put them on Q-snaps. Because they can stay in the Q-snap. I don't need to change. Just saying that I have got 6 larger frames, so I could put each of them in and still have enough for like four other projects. So yeah. So much for this being an ASMR. Move this down a wee bit. Oh, sorry for the camera quake. I do apologise if the lighting's off a wee bit on this today. It's getting late on in the day, it's starting to get dark here. And I'm not wanting to put the big light on, as we call it, the ceiling light on, because it will change the lighting of the, you know. Hopefully this lamp is giving you enough light that you can actually see what the, I mean, that you can see what I'm stitching. But what am I stitching? Black. Oh, I couldn't do that again. I bet I could though. Charlie, please stop that. Hello. What? What? Are you hungry? Do you want your dinner? You'll get your dinner once I've finished this. Once I've finished filming this video, then you can get your dinner, okay? It's not like you're starving because you've got food in your bowl. But let me guess, you've eaten a corner of it and you can see the bottom of your bowl, so you think you're starving. Eh? You're not starving. You've got food. And you've got wet food in your other bowl. Let me guess, Oscar's eating all of that, has he? Charlie likes the dry food, Oscar likes the wet food. And if given a choice, Charlie would eat the dry food before he would eat the wet food. So I've got to make sure that Charlie's bowl has got dry food in it. Oh yeah. But Oscar's opposite, he would eat wet food before he would eat the dry food. But if there's nothing but the dry food there, he'll eat it. Whereas Charlie will sit and he'll cry. If there's no dry food in his bowl. You know, he could be sitting there and there's no kibble left in his bowl, dry food left in his bowl. And the bowl next to it, sitting next to it, could be full to the brim with wet food. But he won't touch it, and he'll just sit and he'll sit and he'll shout and he'll cry. Basically throw a temper tantrum. I'll tell all your secrets, Charlie boy. I'll tell all your secrets. Yeah? You got secrets to tell. Okay, that's 155 stitches done. Right, I had to take up 25. Still 130 stitches done in what? Half an hour. Because it's all one colour. Oh, see now I've gone to the, no, I don't like that. Not what I've been doing. Can hear the stitching noise. It's very quiet. You can probably hear my breathing more. I feel a bit bunged up. I think I'm coming down with a cold. Probably because the weather can't make its mind up. I always seem to get a cold at this time of year. Not as bad as I used to be. I used to always get constant chest infection from like now, well, mid-October, mid to the end of October to about mid-March. I used to have constant chest infections, just one after the other. But dare I say it, since COVID, since the pandemic, but since before then, I don't seem to get them quite as much. I don't really get as many colds either, I've noticed, so I don't know what's happened, other than the fact that I'm hardly outside. think somebody's stuck out a hairball. Oh well, I'll get it cleared up in a wee minute. You okay? You okay? You feeling sorry for yourself? Pardon me. Ah, twat. Missed a stitch. Here's my cursor. Yes. Again with the side of, well, so it's consistent. That better. I think I've had to put the light on, so hopefully it's made it a little bit brighter for you. It's just getting a wee bit a bit too dark. It's a mess. Come on. What's wrong? What's wrong? Did I get your tail? Did I get your tail? Huh? I do. Now, I'm warning you, if you're going to be pukey, you go in the kitchen and watch what you do with your tail. Oh. He's feeling sorry for himself. Oh. Did you have a hairball? Oh, baby. I love you too, but I'm trying to stitch. Oh, if you could see this. Right, come on now. You're going to go move so I can get some stitching done. Come on. I'm stitching the same colour as you. Stitching black. Come on. Right, come on, move then. Come on, move. Come on, drift. Yeah. Oh, well, if you're going to sit there. Right, go under there then. Where you going? Yeah. Put your butt down. Charlie, seriously. Yeah, this is not very comfortable, by the way, mister. It's not. No, and stop whacking me. Will you stop whacking me with your tail, please? Don't know if you can hear him purring. He's lying on my knee underneath the stitching. Watch what you're doing to my tablet. You're going to knock it over. My tablet, my Chromebook. Charlie, your tail. You're going to knock something over. Yes, your head does make a nice resting spot for my hand. Just don't move. Do apologise for my stomach. got hiccups. Oh! That tickle your nose. Oh dear. Oh dear. You okay? Is you okay? Oh dear. Right, come on. Right, down you go now, come on. Come on. Good boy. Oh. That was Charlie's input into the session. Some ASMR purring. I think we can give you your own YouTube channel soon. What do you think? Oh, we're back up for more cuddles, okay. You like that idea? Charlie and Oscar's own very own YouTube channel. You got yourself stuck there, didn't you? No, you can't sit on my knee like that, like you do when I'm watching telly. No, that doesn't work when I'm stitching, baby. Are you telling me it's dinner time? It might well be. Not far off. Doing very good. You're a very good job at timekeeping, aren't you? Give me another 5 minutes, baby. I think it's 5 minutes. Yep. 5 minutes. Okay. Somebody's been in the half. I know it's definitely not dinner time because I would have both Charlie and Oscar sitting staring at me. And Oscar is nowhere to be seen. Sorry, catch my finger on the frame. Don't eat that too quick. That's my hour. My timer didn't. I must have my laptop on mute or something because a Chromebook on mute because it didn't. There we go. So that's my hour. I have done. Let me just finish these 2 stitches. And I'll mark them off as well. Put there. Mark them off. I've done 335 stitches in total, but I had done about 25 before I started filming this video, so 310 stitches in just over an hour. Not too bad. One colour. I'm starting to do my cross country now to get the start on the detail in the corner. Thank you for spending some time with me today. Remember, it's not the number of stitches that you do because it's still progress. Doesn't matter, even one stitch is one stitch less that you still have to do. And please remember to be kind and to treat others as you wish to be treated. A kind gesture, a kind word, a smile doesn't cost you anything, but it can mean the world to the person on the receiving end. And remind us that we are not alone, that we are not invisible. That is so important these days. So thank you again for your time today. As I said at the beginning, if you've liked the video, if you want to follow the progress of this project, please do click on the like and the subscribe buttons and select all on the notification drop down so you're advised whenever I upload new content. New content is normally added on a Saturday with my weekly update and a couple of Stitch With Me videos from during the week. Sort of dabbled with live for a wee while. I'm going to be getting back into that. Don't know if it's going to be right away, but possibly sort of around about Christmas time. Also, I'm going to have a whip parade. I was hoping to have it ready to go at the end of November. It looks like it's going to be mid-December now by the time I get everything organised. So that's going to be my next big sort of video. But anyway, I'm just waffling on now, guys. So I'm going to go and carry on. Go and feed these 2 monsters and 2 hungry horses. And I'll see you all in the next one. So take care and happy stitching. Bye for now.